Before introducing new math concepts, review previously taught material. This reinforces foundational skills, helps students make meaningful connections, and ensures that they have the necessary background to grasp more complex ideas. By incorporating these instructional tools, we can boost comprehension in math, making learning more engaging and accessible for all students. One way we can create more clarity with math instruction is by co-creating clear, concise math input charts with our students. An input chart is a resource created with and in front of students to guide learning. It can be used to teach concepts, skills, and vocabulary. At the end of the instruction, provide time for learning logs. A learning log is a note-taking strategy that happens after each learning session. Take a blank piece of paper and model taking notes on the content that was just taught. Model writing, sketching, and making personal connections to the content. Then release students to create their own. By providing time for note-taking after your math lesson, students can remain focused and reflect on their learning more effectively after the lesson. Let's watch this in the classroom. So now we're going to take some time to reflect on our learning in our learning logs. When you note take, it's up to you how you note take. You can take notes this way or this way, it's up to you. The important thing is you want to record the information that you learned so that you have a copy of it. And while you're taking notes, you can add in your own personal connections. You might add in another example. So maybe this makes you think of another cylinder, and you could also tell us about the shape and description or the perimeter and circumference. But to take notes, I'm going to start with the title. So World Icon Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm going to underline that. I'm going to add a quick sketch of the Leaning Tower of Pisa with the two circular bases and the rounded surface. And we have shape description as one of our categories. It's important to remember that it has two circular bases, so I'm going to copy that information. It's a cylinder. I want to remember to record the radius. Radius is equal to 20.5, or I could say 20.5 feet. Other important information, I know we're going to need to use this height later for other math problems, so I'm going to go ahead and record it as height equals 187 feet. I'll copy this information as well about the perimeter and circumference, but you can also add your own personal connections. I've been to Pisa and I have seen the Leaning Tower of Pisa with my own eyes, and I know that it is leaning. I did not climb the steps, but I would like to do that someday. So I'm going to add in here, today we studied the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I would like to climb to the top. I'm also thinking about how we learned the formula for circumference. So we learned about the distance around the outside of the base. And I want to make sure that I record that formula. And that's important because that lets me know that I could actually calculate the circumference of other cylinders. So I could calculate the circumference of this toilet paper, for example. I would just need to know the radius, right? Let's see, how do I know where the middle is? Oh, half of the diameter, that's a great idea. So the diameter is about 3. So if the diameter is 3 inches, what would the radius be? 1.5. Toilet paper circumference is 2 times 3.14 times 1.5. And so now I can do a little bit of math at my table. So you can copy the math on here, but then you can also start solving your own problems with circumference, since that's something we learned about today. When I say the signal word geometrician, you're going to make a good decision and go back to your desks. When you go back to your desk, you're going to start working on your learning log, and make sure in your learning log you are recording the information that's important for you to remember, but you're also making some personal connections. What is this making you think about? Our signal word is geometrician. Say it with me. Geometrician is an expert in the study of geography. As the students take notes in their learning logs, select a small group for an English language development or ELD oral review. This strategy was initially developed with our multilingual students in mind, but it benefits all students. Select students who may need additional support with the concepts or vocabulary. Bring these students to the chart and review the information through leveled questions. Start with prompts that require a nonverbal response like point to or show me. Then move into yes or no questions. Next would be either or. And then finally, open-ended. By using a variety of questions, we are meeting students at their language levels and providing them with a review of the concepts and skills from the lesson. Let's see this in action. Well, thanks for coming up. So we're going to do a little review to support us in learning all of this new information today, because it was a lot of information. We'll just start with some questions. JJ, can you touch the title of our chart? Great. Awesome. Let's read it together. World icon, leaning tower of Pisa, right? Nathan, show me one of the circular bases.
One of them's down here.
Perfect. Awesome. Show me the other circular base. Thank you. Great. It has two circular bases. So remember, if it has two circular bases, that makes, and it has a rounded surface, it's a cylinder. Great. Perfect. Nathan, point to the formula for circumference.
So over here it says the formula is 2 times pi times radius equals the circumference.
Awesome. Let's read it together. 2 times pi times radius equals c, or the circumference. Awesome. Great job. JJ, is the height 150 feet?
No.
No. Do you know what it is?
187.
Prove it. How do you know?
Yes.
Perfect. Great job. Yeah, you can prove it in 2 ways. Awesome. Great job. Minha, is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, is it a rectangular prism or is it a cylinder?
Cylinder.
Cylinder. Thank you. Is 20.5 feet the diameter or the radius?
Radius.
How do you know?
Because when the diameter is split in half, it equals the radius, and the radius is 20.5.
Great job. Awesome. Nathan, is the radius 20.5 feet?
That is correct.
Yes, how do you know?
Over here, it's 20.5 feet. And also we calculated from the diameter, we split it in half to get the radius, and we also wrote it down there.
Perfect. Great job.